Hello, my kindergarten friends. We are going to be doing Math 2.02. It is the second lesson in our unit about comparing numbers. This one is more for more. It's about being more, greater, bigger. So that is our focus today. We're going to work on matching sets and greater than, which means bigger. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to just get this lesson going. More s'more. Okay, so Sammy is exploring the beach when she meets her friend Nigel. He is excited to show her all the shells he's found on the beach. Nigel tells Sammy about his white, silver, and gray shells. He wants to find more, and he has a game for both of them to play. That's what I already talked about what we're going to learn. And one shell, two shell, the most shells win. Nigel comes up with a game where he and Sammy find as many shells as they can in 2 minutes. The winner is the person who has the most shells. So let's take a look and see who has more shells. If Sammy has more shells or Nigel, even without counting, which looks like it has more. Sammy or Nigel? Sammy looks like she has more. Let's count hers. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sammy has 4 shells. Nigel has 1, 2. 2 shells. Which is bigger? Which is more? 2 or 4? 4 is larger, it's greater. So when we're looking for the more, we're looking for the one that's, well, that's silly. It's a way to define it. When looking for which amount is more, we are looking for the group that is greater than the other. It has more stuff, it's bigger. And we can see here, if we just compare them, there's those 2 extras. We're gonna keep going. So Nigel's 2 shells match up with 2 of Sammy's shells. Sammy still has 2 more shells, which can't be matched up. That means Sammy has more shells. The amount of Sammy's shells is greater than the amount of Nigel's shells. Competition continues. Sammy and Nigel play some more games, and we're going to use matching to find out about their greater groups. So Sammy and Nigel built some sandcastles. Sammy built 1 big sandcastle, and Nigel built 1, 2, 3 small ones. Who built more sandcastles? We're not talking about the size, just the amount of sandcastles. All right, click here. It says answer. So we're going to match them up. Sammy's sandcastle matches up with 1 of Nigel's sandcastles, but Nigel still has these 2 sandcastles which cannot be matched up. This means Nigel's built more or a greater amount of sandcastles than Sammy. Another way to say is greater. All right. So 3 of these sea turtles swim to shore and they meet 4 starfish. Which is greater, the number of sea turtles or the number of starfish? Let's take a look at this answer. See how they drew that line? They matched up each item in the set to see if there was a partner. And then there's a starfish with no partner. So that means there is 1 more starfish than sea turtles. All right, so there are 2 people swimming beside 2. There are 2 people swimming beside 4 dolphins. Is there a greater number of people or dolphins? So if we match them up, we have these 2 dolphins all by themselves. That means we have 2 more dolphins than swimmers, or there are a greater number of dolphins than swimmers. All right, cross your fingers for this one because I had a really hard time getting it to load on my computer. So I'm going to give it just a second. And if it does, yay, we can at least do 1. So for this activity, we're going to draw lines to match up our objects. So we have some clownfish and some starfish. Let's see which we have more of, clownfish or starfish. So I'm going to draw a line to match my set, 1 to 1. And then, oh, am I done? I'm done. So what does that mean? I'm waiting for an answer. What does it mean, you guys? What does this mean? Does it mean we have more starfish than clownfish? Yeah. How many more starfish are there? How many are here that didn't get matched up? 1. There's 1 more starfish than clownfish. All right. I'll give this one a second. If it doesn't load up, we'll just skip it. All right. Doesn't load, so we're going to skip it. So if you have 4 starfish I'm sorry, 4 seashells, how many would you need to have more than 4? If I have 4 seashells and I want to have more than 4, how many do I have to get? You could get 5 seashells. You could get 10 seashells. You could get 1,000 seashells. All of those would be more than 4. Okay, next page. This is going to be our self-check review, and then I'm going to explain those worksheets you're going to do. So look here. It says to select an image with more or a greater number of items. So let's count the thing they're going to have us compare. 1, do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 fish. So let's count the top one first. We're going to count these sharks. Do it with me. 1, 2. Is that more than 4? Is 2 bigger than 4? No. All right, let's count this shell. 1. Is 1 bigger than 4? Nope. Let's count these octopuses. 1, do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5 more than 4? Yes, it is. All right, and then we're going to count this turtles. 1, 2, 3. It's not more than 4. I'm going to submit. Correct. Next one. Let's count the one they're going to have us compare. It wants to know which one is greater than the sharks. So let's count the sharks. 1, 2, 3. 3 sharks. All right. Count the octopus. Is 1. Is that more? Is 1 bigger than 3? No. All right. Let's count our starfish here. 1, 2. Is 2 greater than 3? No. Let's count these fish here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 4 greater than 3? I think it is. But I want to look at this one right here. Let's count these shells. 1, 2, 3. 3 and 3. What was that word we did in our last lesson to mean it's the same amount? Do you remember? Equal. So 3 and 3 is equal. But we're talking about greater for this one. So which number was greater than 3? 4. Submit. Correct. Of course it was. All right, last one. Select the image with greater number of items. So let's count our sharks. 1, 2. And then which one has more? There's nothing here. What do we call that one when it's nothing? 0. Is 0 greater than 2? No. All right, let's count these killer whales. 1, 2, 3. Is 3 greater than 2? Is it bigger? Yes, it is. So I'm going to, click that one, submit. Boom, shakalaka. All right, this is our wrap-up page. It's going to tell you to do the quiz. You're not doing the quiz. Let's look at our worksheets. It didn't give you any worksheets for this lesson, but it had you do a lot of computer stuff. And since you're not doing the computer stuff all the time, I wanted to give you some extra worksheets. So for this one, the directions are, it says up here, Math 2.02. It's from a different curriculum. Ignore that. Math 2.02. And you're going to draw a line, choo, and match the sets, choo, choo, choo. And you're going to write how many hammers, how many nails, and then circle the one that shows more. So we matched our hammer to a nail. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's that one left over. This one didn't match. So is that the one should I circle the nails or the hammers? I'm going to circle the nails. There's more nails. And I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And write down and over, pick up, down once more. Write my 4. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to write man's neck, big fat belly. Put a hat on him. Circle the greater one. So again, on this one, I match my objects, my bowls to my fish. I go chaka, chaka, chaka. Were there any bowls for these 2 fish? No. So I know this one's greater. I circle it. Oopsie. And then I'm going to count and write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make the man's neck, big fat belly. Put a hat on him. 1, 2, 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's how you make the number 3. So you're going to do that for the whole page. And then the next page, again, it's from a different curriculum, but it's 2.02, Math 2.02. Look at my mouse. There you go. And you're going to circle or color the number that's more. So which is more, 4 or 9? Do you want 4 cookies or 9 cookies? Do you want $3 or $5? Do you want 7 scoops of ice cream or 8 scoops of ice cream? Okay, that would make you very sick. So you're going to color the one that is more. So 9 is more than 4. 5 is more than 3. 8 is more than 7. So you color the greater one. All right, my dear friends, I'm going to stop my share. I hope that was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.